What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with another video. Join us now as we look at this week's edition of SmackDown, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Bloodline rules match, is Solo plotting, does Heyman know, The Rock reveals his scheme, the reason WWE kept blacking out SmackDown, a wrestler passes away, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our videos at Wrestlelamia Shorts. As always, won't recap the matches, but just look at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. As always, we start off with the good as number 1, another phenomenal spot with The Rock. First things first, The Rock's promo went way too long, but as long as he can juice the ratings, it's not a bad thing. Right now, The Rock has taken over as the center of the WWE Universe and everything else revolves around him. As long as the People's Champion doesn't affect the build-up for other WrestleMania programs, the WWE shouldn't be worried. As for last night's appearance, The Rock showed why he's worth the time and money the WWE has invested in him. He held the crowd spellbound, even he insulted them and confirmed the big tag team match fans have heard about for weeks. Number 2, build-up for WrestleMania continues. The build-up for Mania continued last night and at just the right pace. WrestleMania is only 5 weeks away, so the WWE needs to build anticipation for the showcase of the Immortals. At the same time, it must balance this with keeping fans interested in watching SmackDown every week and developing storylines other than major ones like The Rock vs Cody and Bayley vs Io Sky. Number 3, Bron Breakker looks great. We're always concerned when a newly debuted superstar gets stuck with weeks and weeks of squash matches against local talent and NXT cast-offs, but in Bron Breakker's case, it's a good way to let the fans know who haven't seen him witness his unbridled power. There'll be time soon enough after WrestleMania to put Breakker into a real program. Number 4, a brilliant backstage segment. Last night's segment where Jade Cargill seemed ready to confront Damage Control backstage after they took Bayley out was brilliant. The WWE teased a confirmation but kept fans guessing as SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis has business with Cargill, and the two left before anything further could happen. Once again, the WWE planted the seeds for a storyline with serious potential. Number 5, Bayley has made a smooth switch to babyface. Last night's tag match and Dakota Kai's less than shocking betrayal of Bayley was another example of how Bayley has seamlessly switched from heel to babyface. Wrestling's role model played the imperiled babyface well as she desperately sought a tag. The look on Bayley's face when Kai refused to tag her spoke volumes as it showed Bayley's disappointment and conveyed the idea that while she suspected it might happen, she was still let down. Number 6, it's Tiff time. Did Tiffany Stratton's amazing performance at Elimination Chamber, not to mention the WWE Universe's enthusiastic response to her, result in a win over Naomi last night, or was it just the latest step in a major push for the Blue Brand's bombastic blonde? Either way, Stratton looked amazing, and she seemed worthy of the push the WWE is giving her. Number 7, is Theory's turn beginning? While it could take a long time to happen, it appears the WWE is going through with Theory's babyface turn. The WWE gave A-Town another reason to be upset with Grayson Waller after Waller volunteered him for a match against Randy Orton, a match that Theory didn't seem thrilled to be thrown into. Add this to Waller standing by at Elimination Chamber when Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins beat down Theory on the Grayson Waller effect, and it's clear these two will be splitting up down the road. Number 8, A-Town down for a save. Speaking of the former Mr. Money in the Bank, Theory saved the day during his match against Randy Orton. Orton was going for a superplex on A-Town when Orton's foot slipped, but Theory smoothly countered, making it look like Orton had turned the move into a modified RKO, sparing Orton from an awkward spot. Anyone who doubts Theory's skills as a performer needs to watch this clip. And Rey Mysterio is back. Rey Mysterio is back, and with an awesome mask too. Last night's return was perfectly timed and well executed. Fans have watched Santos Escobar running roughshod over the LWO for the last few months, and now it's time for Escobar to answer for not only betraying Rey and his LWO teammates, but putting them through so much misery. How this leads into WrestleMania and what kind of match it ends in promises to deliver lots of action and thrills. But that was good. What about the bad? As while Rey Mysterio's return was well booked, the WWE needs to do something with the LWO's Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde if it wants the faction to be taken seriously. Del Toro and Wilde should be doing more than serving as cannon fodder for the group's opponents. Yes, they're clearly in the WWE as supporting players, but they're talented enough that they should score some wins so they can seem like credible opponents. And number 2, is Naomi back to job? Is Naomi back in the WWE just to put over other talents? Well, let's hope not, because she's too good a talent to be a glorified enhancement talent. That was nothing downright ugly, a solid episode that capitalized on The Rock's appearance by following up with some exciting matches and storyline builds to WrestleMania 40. The WWE clearly knows what a great opportunity it has with The Rock on TV, and hopefully it'll continue utilizing him in this way. What'd you guys think of SmackDown last night? Let us know in the comments down below. Now let's move on to the news. Now first story looks at it's all about the Bloodline. On top of today's news is the incredible fallout from SmackDown as The Rock answered Rhodes' challenge and continued the storyline of whether The Rock is really with Roman Reigns or looking to take him out from within the Bloodline. The first being Cody gave his match to The Rock. Not only did The Rock insult Cody and Seth on SmackDown, but the most electrifying man in sports entertainment dropped a 20+ minute promo aimed at Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. The segment featured The Rock justifying why he did what he did to Cody Rhodes, slapping the taste out of his mouth in Las Vegas and aligning with the Bloodline. The Rock gave his side of the story, saying how Cody gave The Rock his match against Roman only to change his mind. While The Rock seemed to understand that Cody has the right to change his mind, he pointed out that Cody did it the wrong way, never telling The Rock he wanted to wrestle Reigns and surprising him in Las Vegas when he showed up on the stage. The Rock was on top of his microphone game as always, dressing down Cody and Seth, warning Seth he keeps interfering in Bloodline business and he won't be world champion for long. While the WWE didn't have the time for this on SmackDown, it adds a lot to the storyline and it's worth checking out. Next up is Solo plotting. It's been said that still waters run deep, and while Solo Sikoa rarely speaks, which is smart because it adds to his mystique, fans note that there's a lot going on in his mind besides destroying opponents. That was clear last night when the camera panned to Solo during last night's Bloodline segment and Solo Sikoa was clearly not happy with The Rock. However, does this mean the Enforcer will back up Roman if needed, or will he walk away and discuss after months of infighting? But does Heyman know? The WWE also caught some fans' attention when The Rock made his L gesture again, while the rest of the Bloodline did their "We're the ones," and Paul Heyman looked over at The Rock, clearly aware something was happening. Once again, the WWE is giving fans Easter eggs to keep them guessing and adding layers to a storyline that makes it all the more enjoyable. Next up, finally, The Rock's scheme has been revealed. Did The Rock make WrestleMania 40 even tougher for Cody Rhodes, or he's just put Cody into a win-win situation? In case you missed it, The Rock turned down Cody's challenge for a one-on-one bout, instead offering a tag match with Cody and Seth taking on The Rock and Roman Reigns. However, The Rock made it a stipulation with some high stakes, at least high stakes on paper. If Cody and Seth win, the Bloodline will be barred from ringside during Cody vs Roman Reigns. However, if The Rock and Roman Reigns win, the Undisputed Championship match will be a Bloodline rules match, which conceivably means Cody will have to fight the entire Bloodline. While The Rock acknowledged Roman Reigns as a tribal chief, this could just be yet another component of The Rock's scheme. Now the stipulation is intriguing and should have fans on the edge of their seats during night 1 of WrestleMania. However, Ryan Satin believes this stipulation confirms The Rock is working Roman and the Bloodline as a double agent. Tonight cemented that The Rock has to be playing double agent. Not only will a tag match on night 1 weaken Roman before into his night 2 title defense, but both stipulations ultimately help Cody if Rock is playing both sides. No interference obviously helps Rhodes, and Bloodline rules means Rock can stop them from helping Roman win this time without a disqualification. Either way, this is the long game Dwayne was referring to, and he had to go deep undercover to do it. Other fans have speculated that The Rock is playing the Bloodline before, but what about this stipulation? Do you think it's proof that The Rock is a double agent all this time? How long could he keep this con going on? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, the reason why WWE kept blacking out SmackDown. Now, if you're wondering why SmackDown was blacked out during part of the Bloodline segment, well, according to Sportskeeda, a fan's Die Rocky Die sign was in prime spot of everyone watching at home. Thus, WWE kept blacking out the segment to censor the sign. The same happened at the Elimination Chamber in order to black out the fans flipping off Dominic Mysterio. Interestingly, that wasn't the only controversial sign. Another sign read, "The Rock shops Balco." As Fightful's Sean Ross Sapp pointed out, Balco was a company that supplied steroids to athletes in the 2000s, so it's something that WWE clearly doesn't want promoting. Next up, a wrestler passes away. A legendary wrestler and promoter Paul the Butcher Vachon has passed away at the age of 86. Vachon, a member of the famous Vachon wrestling family, and that includes Paul's brother Maurice Mad Dog Vachon, sister Vivian Vachon, and adopted daughter Luna Vachon, also promoted wrestling in Montreal's Grand Prix Wrestling. The Butcher formed a successful team with his brother that included runs as AWA World Tag Team Champions, NWA World Tag Team Champions, Georgia version, NWA Canadian Tag Team Champions, and others. Paul Vachon battled cancer several times during his life. We send our condolences to Paul Vachon's friends, family, and many fans. And finally, Martha Hart okays Sting's spot. And last but not least, Owen Hart's tragic death still haunts wrestling fans, so when AEW decided to have Sting descend from the rafters, the AEW president only thought it was right that he asked Owen's widow Martha if it was okay to do the same spot that took Owen's life after an equipment malfunction. According to Fightful, Martha Hart gave AEW her blessing. Hart has been involved with AEW, including her endorsing its Owen Hart Cup tournament. But there you have it, folks, our look at SmackDown, as well as the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.